sexual reproduction in fungi. Okay, it starts when hyphae from different mycelia release sexual signaling molecules that called pheromones. Okay, this is happen when one hyphae from one mycelia, okay, they release sexual signaling molecules called pheromones. Okay, this is a hormone to another hyphae from another mycelia. So when these two hyphae they meet, they will fuse. Okay, the union of the cytoplasm of the two parent mycelia we call as plasmogamy. Bila mereka nak fuse tu, nuclei belum fuse lagi, dia akan fuse cytoplasm dulu. So cytoplasm bergabung, that process we call as plasmogamy. Okay, in several fungi, the haploid nuclei contributed by each parent do not fuse immediately. Maksud dia kat sini, bagi sesetengah spesies fungi, okay, dia punya haploid nuclei from each parent, bila berjumpa, the nuclei dia tak fuse secara terus. Okay, instead the mycelia contain coexisting genetically different nuclei. Okay, dia tidak akan fuse secara terus, tetapi dia akan remain dalam satu cytoplasm yang sama dengan keadaan ada dua nuclei dekat situ. Jadi nuclei dia tak fuse. So this condition we call as heterokaryon or different nuclei. Maksudnya yang hanya fuse ialah cytoplasm, but the nuclei is remain. Maksudnya remain unfused, tidak bergabung. Okay, so this condition we call as heterokaryon. Okay, in another case, okay, the haploid nuclei pair off to a cell, one from each parent. Okay, so this condition pula, the nuclei, okay, pasangan nuclei yang berbeza tadi, dia akan berpasangan, okay, dalam satu cytoplasm. And this mycelium is said to be dikaryotic or two nuclei. So dalam satu cytoplasm tadi ada dua nuclei daripada dua parent. Okay, daripada dua parent. Okay, so keadaan ni dia akan kekal for a period of time. Okay, dalam kes-kes tertentu. So as a dikaryotic mycelium grows, the two nuclei in each cell divide as a pair without fusing. So bila the mycelium grow, the two nuclei tadi yang fuse dalam satu cytoplasm, dia akan divide, tapi dia tak akan fuse, dia akan divide secara sendiri-sendiri. Okay, so this condition we call as dikaryotic. Okay, apa perbezaan dikaryotic dengan heterokaryon tadi? Okay, from the word dikaryotic, maksudnya dia ada dua, okay, dua nuclei. Dikaryotic means nuclei, two nuclei, but the nuclei is not distinct, maksudnya dia bukanlah daripada yang berbeza sangat dari segi genetik. But for heterokaryon, the previous one, okay, that one for the heterokaryon, okay, it is memang secara terang-terangan different nuclei. Okay, sebab from the word hetero means different kan, dia ada different nuclei. Kalau dikaryotic tadi, dia ialah same nuclei, two nuclei, but the genetic is similar. Okay, the next stage in the sexual cycle is karyogamy. Okay, when the cytoplasm fuse, the process called plasmogamy, then they akan proceed with karyogamy. Karyogamy is the fusion of the nuclei. Nuclei pula nak fuse. Okay, so karyogamy occurs hours, days or even centuries after the occurrence of plasmogamy. Maksudnya daripada plasmogamy nak kepada karyogamy tu, step dia tu tak semestinya 1 jam 2 jam, tapi dia makan berjam-jam, can be many days or can be even centuries, mengambil masa yang lama, bergantung kepada spesies fungus itu. So during karyogamy, okay, what happened? The haploid nuclei from the two parent will fuse. So these haploid nuclei, they will form a diploid cell. Okay, so this diploid cell we call a zygote. Okay, sama macam fertilization. Macam kalau in human, the sperm fertilize with the ovum. Sperm and ovum both are haploid. Bila dia membentuk zygote, dia akan menjadi diploid. Okay, same with this fungus. So this zygote and other short-lived structure, they will form during the karyogamy. Zygote will form after the fusion of the nuclei. Okay, to bring back the diploid into haploid condition, okay, so the meiosis will take place. Okay, this meiosis process will make the fungus to become haploid. Okay, and next the mycelium makes specialized reproductive structures that produce and disperse the haploid spores. So daripada meiosis tadi, dia akan menghasilkan fruiting bodies. Okay, mycelium akan membentuk fruiting bodies. The fruiting bodies akan disperse ataupun release the spores. So these sexual processes of karyogamy and meiosis result in genetic variation. Kenapa dia kata genetic variation kat sini? Sebab ada fusion of two nuclei from each parent. Bila ada fusion of nuclei, ada pertukaran genetik dekat situ. Jadi this process will cause genetic variation. Okay, bila melibatkan sexual reproduction, dia mesti ada genetic variation. Okay, we go to asexual reproduction of fungi. Okay, most of the fungi, okay, they reproduce asexually. Okay, kebanyakan fungi dia prefer reproduction melalui asexual. So clones are generated by mitotic production. Maksudnya clones kat sini daripada parent to daughter cell semua sama. Macam clone genetik dia sama. And the process generated by mitotic production, mitosis, of spores that can be dispersed by the air or water. Okay, that's why kalau kita recall balik fruiting bodies, kenapa dia grow upward? Sebab bila dia tinggi ke atas, dia nak release the spore by the help of the air and water. The chance of the spore to be delivered away from the mycelium and the hyphae is high, so that dia boleh pergi ke tempat yang lebih jauh untuk sustain ataupun untuk mengekalkan dia punya generasi ke tempat lain. Okay, so these fungi such as mole, okay, mole ni kulat lah, can reproduce asexually. These moles grow as mycelia and produce spores. Moles can also reproduce sexually if they came in contact with other mating types. Okay, kalau ada mycelia lain yang releasekan pheromones, so dia boleh membuat sexual reproduction. The other type of asexual fungi is yeast. Okay, yeast, instead of producing spores, yeast they reproduce, okay, by simple cell division or by budding. Sometimes the yeast can also reproduce sexually. So this asexual and sexual reproduction of the fungi, okay, dia melihat kepada faktor-faktor yang berlaku, especially faktor persekitaran. Kalau persekitaran itu baik, maka kebanyakannya mereka akan melakukan asexual. Okay, jika keadaan persekitaran itu agak kurang, not favorable, dia akan proceed with the sexual reproduction.